In the studio this morning with the Rhubarb Fest. Coming up in Aledo is Mr. Denny Brown. Good morning, Denny.
Good morning, Vanessa.
Tell people about yourself. I'm sure people in the audience know who you are.
Well, some do, and that's a good thing, and some do, and it's a bad thing, probably. No, Monmouth was my home. I grew up here, graduated from Monmouth. I retired most recently, not all that recently, from United Junior High. And United and Yorkwood community were very good to me as well.
Good. Well, glad to have you back in town. And you were a former Zipper as well as United Red Storm. So
You bet.
Nice. All right, Rhubarb Fest. Everybody knows about Rhubarb Fest.
Well, we've had a rumor, some reports that out by Colebrook, there are a couple people that weren't familiar with it. So we wanted to talk with you today. We want to invite everyone. I know when you go out shopping, it's frustrating sometimes. Your utilities, different bills, everything's gone up. I have a good family value for everyone coming. Rhubarb Festival is June 2nd and 3rd in Aledo. It's free. You're admitted free. The music's free. They have a kids zone with things like a bouncing house and just different craft things. That's all free. Parking is free. There is a trolley ride around the community with history shared. It's free. A museum. And you'll never guess what it costs. Nothing. So, and they've got everything, some things that people might not be aware of that have been there before. There are golf carts with volunteers running all over. We lease some golf carts. Mm-hmm. So if you buy a pie or you go to the craft show and you pick up a birdhouse, and you don't want to carry that around all day. I mean,
right.
It's hard to hold your lemonade shake-up and a birdhouse. So if you just wave at those people in those golf carts, they'll run you back to your car, or you can take back and drop off your pie in your car. There's also special handicap parking. Two sides of College Avenue, the main drag in town, is exclusively for handicap parking, and it's closest to what's going on in the community. So many, many things, from rhubarb pie eating competitions. I might get fired if I forget to mention, when you come to Rhubarb Fest, we have a tasting tent, and they have all kinds of products there, from cobblers and cookies on down. That is free. So we would certainly like to invite everyone out. It's really a budget stretcher, and we have about 8,000 to 12,000 people show up for this 2-day event. The mistake you want to avoid is rhubarb regret. Some people buzz in, I want a strawberry rhubarb pie. The time to show up is not 2 o'clock in the afternoon if you want one. It's really in your best interest to come early in the morning.
Okay, it's good to know.
Yeah.
Because I would like a rhubarb strawberry pie with some vanilla ice cream.
I'm pulling for you, girl.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, this is very cool. I never had rhubarb till I moved here, and I was quite shocked at how tart and tangy it is, mixed with the sweetness of vanilla ice cream and the crisp of your cobbler. Oh my, is that a sweet afternoon treat?
It's pretty good stuff.
Yeah.
It's also fun as you talk with people sitting on a park bench listening to music. Oh, my grandmother used to make this.
Yes.
But we don't grow this, so it's something out of the ordinary that people can enjoy and find out if they enjoy it or not.
What's the origin of the Rhubarb Festival? And Aledo was deemed the Rhubarb Festival capital of Illinois.
Yes. The Rhubarb Festival's been around now for 32 years. And it's just one of those things that's had momentum, kind of a snowball effect. We make a point to always have it on a weekend where it's not raining and stormy too much. So that will be the weekend of the 2nd and 3rd. So it's a Friday, Saturday event. But it's been around for 32 years. It started in the back patio of a stone home. And from there, some ladies brainstormed what would be fun that people might enjoy, a few people coming to our community. And pretty soon, people got different ideas of this would be a nice thing to offer and enhance.
Yeah.
So they also have vendors like antique and craft vendors. There's a huge craft display on Saturday only, is the biggest part of crafts. And we call that Crafts in the Courtyard. And the reason we don't have it both days, they're having court in our courthouse, and we can't use all their lawn and sidewalks
Gotcha.
on Friday. But it's pretty amazing. We have some vendors from the Monmouth area. The Tapmans are usually up, and similar quality dealers that are sharing their wares up there. But it's always fun to poke around and see what's the latest and greatest of old stuff and crafts, too.
It sounds like a wonderful family event. It's June 2nd and 3rd, and that's in historic Aledo, Illinois. And like you said, this got started back in 1991, and you've got local restaurants, what we call Food Vendor Row, that'll be available.
We definitely do. And one of my favorite parts of it is the music. We have everything from, we call it Rhubarb Royalty, 3 and 5-year-olds competing for their competition. And they always max out the number of people participating in that. But the kids are adorable as they go through. And it tries to be a very affirming thing for everyone involved with it. After that, about 10 o'clock on until about 5 o'clock, there's music in the park. The music is something to really be proud of. I mean, there's music for all kinds of interests going on in the park. But late afternoon's one of my favorites. But the groups and the budget, what they spend on music, is pretty impressive. But people walk away with a smile and they've had a good time.
Okay. Well, fantastic. Looking forward to it. June 2nd and 3rd, Denny Brown's one of the trolley captains, right?
Yeah, I help with the conductors. You'll see us. We wear rhubarb pink vests.
Nice.
And ties. Since this was radio, it's kind of disappointing I couldn't wear my get-up.
Well, you're on video.
Oh, okay. Well, let me run home and change quickly. But the trolleys, it's nice. People say, well, how long does it take? It's about a half hour. We run you around the community. We share some stories of interest. Like if you really want to know if there are any skeletons in the Mercer County Courthouse.
Or ghosts.
Ghosts were part of the tale that led to this investigation. And I don't want to spoil it for anyone coming up to visit. But I also don't want to scare you. There may be a little bit about a skeleton. Okay?
All right.
And we share some things with Monmouth, too. Like Monmouth, birthplace of Wyatt Earp. The gentleman that played Wyatt Earp on the TV series for years was a graduate of Roosevelt Military Academy.
Really?
Yes. We also had a college in town that played competitively with Monmouth College. And this was a school, one of the things I find amazing, a lady who founded it and put her name on it had to be a remarkable soul. She put her name on a college and founded it 12 years before the 19th Amendment. So women did not even yet have the right to vote. And in little dinky Aledo, Illinois, Vashti was putting her name on William and Vashti College.
Little piece of history right there.
A lot of history, probably more than anybody wants to hear, but we enjoy sharing stories.
Kaylee and I are going to roll over there on that Friday, so we'll be looking for you for a trolley tour, Denny.
Okay.
Get us a little rhubarb.
We'll get you, hopefully, back to where we started, but if not, there are golf carts that'll get you where you need to go.
Okay. Denny, anything else you want people to know about the Rhubarb Festival?
We know your community has equally great stories and events to share. We hope to come take part in those. but we're honored when you choose to spend part of your day with us.
Okay, we're looking forward to it. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
That is Denny Brown with us. The Rhubarb Festival in Aledo is June 2nd and 3rd. Admission is free. You can also go to rhubarbfestival.com.